Welcome to the core idea, where different perspectives of things often still meet right in the core. Happy Friday. Don't it feel good? After a brief, much needed pause, we are back at it again with another Feel Good Friday episode. Our last couple episodes, we were speaking about breath work through a breathing room and breath control from a control room. We spend a lot of time trying to stay in control, trying to control our thoughts, our emotions, our reactions, and our lives. But sometimes you don't need more control. Sometimes you just need to cool off. And apparently, there's a room for that too. So today, we're going to keep it cool and close out one theme in another room, the cooling room. But first, have you caught up on all of our episodes yet? Did you make the connection of the week? If you said air, ding ding ding, you're correct. Just like air, it's invisibly been the connecting breeze all week long, even if you couldn't see it. Can I keep it cool with y'all for a minute? Prior to having family visit right before starting the core idea back up, felt like one of the hardest weeks I've had in a long time since I've started the podcast. I found myself having to pause right in the middle of a theme. Not because I didn't enjoy it, but because I was actively going through the very lessons that I was trying to deliver. And it's funny how life works sometimes, isn't it? When you take a step back and you look at it, the very lessons that you're trying to share somehow end up finding their way back to you. And the other day, it did exactly that through one of my childhood favorites. Cookie Monster reminded me about breathing techniques.
Hooper's store is out of cookies. Oh, what me going to do? This like me worst nightmare. Me going crazy. Me going crazy. Wait a minute. When me feeling out of control, me have to remember that me can calm myself down. Yeah. That what me going to do. Yeah, like this. First, squeeze me muscles really tight. Like that. Yeah. And then me count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then me let it go and breathe. Hey, that worked pretty good. Yeah, me calm, me relaxed.
So, thanks to Sesame Street and a whole lot of my own reflection, I woke up on the other side of feeling like, ugh, I have to do these episodes. They're expected of me. And today, it's more like, yes, I'm wrapping up another theme of a silent series of my podcast. And that's pretty cool. Thank you all for letting me cool down for a minute. Now, let's get into it. Do you remember that cooling room that I was talking about earlier? Would you believe me if I told you that it's been in the core idea Oasis building the entire time? We were so focused on the control room that we never noticed the hallway to the cooling room. Let's bundle up and see what the cooling room has to offer, shall we? When you hear be cool, what comes to mind? Stay calm, maybe. Relax. Don't overreact. Play it cool. Chill out. Maybe you think cool means confidence. Maybe it literally just means temperature. But look a little closer at that word. Temperature. Being cool doesn't mean you never lose your temper. It doesn't mean nothing ever gets you heated. We're human. Our temperature is going to rise sometimes. Maybe being cool is knowing when your temperature is getting a little too high and knowing when it's time to cool it back down. What are some ways that you cool down when your temperature gets too high? Maybe you journal. Maybe you go for a drive. Maybe you take a couple of deep breaths. Maybe you just need a break from the heat.
Obviously, the heat down here it's pretty intense. So the Texans have this big, I wouldn't say it's like as big as like a double wide trailer,
Yeah.
but it's legit. You open the door and it has like 2 rows of metal benches. And I think it's cooled down to like 50 something degrees. And so we can all just sit in there when we have a break, like sometimes you have like a water break. We can go in there and chill out for a little bit just to bring our core temperature back down because it gets so hot and you get so high. Honestly, I already got a section up in there, but it comes in handy, bro. It comes in clutch. I'm glad they have that because you need it. You need it to kind of bring you back down.
Do you think you get more tired though, like when you're hot and then you like cool down and then you got to go back in the heat, or no?
No, because you don't. It's not like you stay in there for like 30 minutes. Like I probably was in there 3 minutes, probably 3 or 4 minutes. It's just enough just to, all right, bring you back down, chill out for a little bit, and then you're back at it. So it's not like you get in there and you're posted up for 20 minutes chilling.
Or maybe you treat yourself to a little ice cream. While I was taking time away from the podcast, I had family from Pennsylvania visit. And one night, a few nights, some of us decided to head over to Lickety Split. If you live under a rock and you don't know it, they have so many different options. 2 whole cases of rotating flavors of ice cream, Dole Whip, so good, milkshakes, parfaits, and more recently, Choco Taco options. I mean, really, if you can dream it, the folks over at Lickety Split can make it happen. Anyway, 5 of us had gone over there the one night after dinner, and my aunt wanted to give the banana split taco a try. And at the time, they didn't have any frozen on hand, but Miss Sonia is so accommodating and promised a fresh one as soon as she took care of the rest of the customers. While the rest of us were enjoying our sweet treats, we watched Miss Sonia build this taco, and wow, what a process. One of the steps really stood out to me, and I immediately knew that when I was ready to start this podcast back up, I'd be using it.
I don't know what she's doing now.
Oh my goodness, you got a whole tub.
That's not really.
Oh,
It's gotta go in the freezer for a minute.
After she had gotten the taco assembled, she had to put the treat into what's called a blast freezer. She did that at least twice. Mainly because this was a made-to-order taco, and typically they have more time to freeze it. That stood out to me because where are we right now? A cooling room. What did I need after feeling too much pressure? Cooling room. That taco needed some cooling room too. And once it had just the right amount of cooling room, it was hand-delivered, and my aunt enjoyed every single bite.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a hottie.
Come and she got the lickety splits on in the bag.
Here, I brought you a taco stand.
Although Miss Sonia may have felt like it was rushed or that she was taking too long, none of that was true. It arrived right on time, nice and cool. And maybe that's something that we can all take away from the ice cream experience and apply it to our daily lives, right? There isn't one set amount of time that something needs to cool. Sometimes a few deep breaths does it. Sometimes you need an hour. Sometimes you need a few days. And sometimes you just gotta go back in the blast freezer. Shout out to Lickety Split Sweet Stop and Mr. James and Miss Sonia. If you've never been, next time you're in the area, be sure to slip on in. And oh, big news! Lickety Split 2 will be opening around the corner from the original shop and will be an even sweeter, bigger experience. They are adding gyros. I don't know if I said that right, Miss Sonia. Let me know. They're delicious. And candy to the mix. Who knows what lessons those treats will leave behind. Next week, we are going to kick off the week by talking about those barefoot shoes I've mentioned before. I finally got them, and I can't wait to talk about them with you guys. You can catch all of the episodes of The Core Idea over on YouTube. We are also on Spotify and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another episode of The Core Idea.
Better than La Cabana. Look at that. Look at it.
The bun was good.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I like watching you try to get your mouth over it.
So that cone is really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a waffle cone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the strawberry ice cream is delicious.
Is it?
Mhm.